This is Alex, and by all external accounts, Alex is successful. They're competent, reliable, always there to help. But inside, Alex is running on empty. A constant, critical voice whispers, "You're only valued for what you do for others. If you say no, they'll see you're a fraud. Don't risk it. You'll probably fail." That voice, that's low self-esteem, and it's not something you're born with. It's built brick by painful brick from experiences that teach you your worth is conditional. Today, we're not just going to talk about why you feel this way. We're going to talk about how to break the cycle. So what builds that foundation? For many, it starts early. Harsh punishment, abuse, or neglect. A child's brain processes this as, "I must be bad because bad things happen to me." A lack of warmth or nurturing. Think about it. How often did you hear "great job" versus silence when you did well? When encouragement is absent, we learn our efforts don't matter. Unreasonable expectations. Were you the disappointment? The one who couldn't meet a standard that was never realistic? You don't see the standard as flawed. You see yourself as flawed. Not fitting in, especially in our teen years. That feeling of being on the outside looking in can cement a belief that we are fundamentally different, unacceptable. But here's the crucial part. These early experiences don't just doom you. They create what I call your protective barrier. No one has a perfect shield. We all have holes. The person with a stronger barrier can take a hit, a toxic relationship, a failure, and recover. That's resilience. But if your barrier is already full of holes, you're vulnerable. You might end up in a relationship with someone who uses criticism and control, and it feels familiar. It confirms every negative thing you already believe about yourself. You might think, a person with healthy self-esteem would never stay. But we're all flawed. Your hidden holes let that negativity right in. So what keeps you stuck? Safety behaviors. Rules you create to avoid feeling the pain of those core beliefs. I must please people to avoid criticism. It's better not to try than to fail. I must not speak up or I'll be rejected. These are the signs of low self-esteem. But when you do break a rule, you speak up, you try something new, and it doesn't go perfectly, that's when the inner critic attacks full force. See, I knew you couldn't do it. You're an idiot for even trying, and the cycle is reinforced. So how do you break free? It's a 4-step process. Identify your core beliefs. What's the painful story you tell yourself? I'm unlovable. I'm a failure. Identify your safety behaviors. What do you do to avoid triggering that story? People-pleasing? Perfectionism? Hiding? Face your fears. Break the rules. This is the bravest part. Volunteer for the project. Express your opinion. Test the prediction that everything will fall apart. Replace self-criticism with self-compassion. If you try and stumble, don't beat yourself up. Talk to yourself like you would a good friend. That was brave. I'm proud of you for trying. We'll learn from this. That moment, when you break the rule and the world doesn't end, that's the moment you start patching the holes in your armor. You prove your inner critic wrong. Your journey to self-esteem isn't about becoming perfect. It's about realizing you were never as broken as you believed. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one safety behavior you've recognized in yourself? That one rule you follow to avoid feeling inadequate? Share it in the comments below. Let's get this conversation started and learn we're not alone in this. And if you're ready to silence that critical voice for good, watch these videos next.